It's not a coincidence that you've clicked on this video. This meant to find you. And in a moment, you will know why it has found you. Everything that I'm going to share with you, that is intuitive guidance. I get guided through divine and I share that with you. It is not scripted. Nothing is scripted. Everything that comes through will be shared with you. So the reason you are here, because you have been in this contemplation with your life where you know that you're meant for more. There's a purpose. There is this desire to have a life of freedom and live a meaningful life where you are paid to exist, where you're feeling the love, abundance, where you have the freedom, where you're living the life that feels like you, that feels like your soul. And that is the desire that you have been carrying throughout your life. But the current circumstances are not reflecting your desires. So what I really need you to know and what is coming through is that when we have contrast in our life, when we have people or situation or events that are against what we desire, that is against our will, that is against our soul, that is against our intuitive desire. So, for example, if you desire a peaceful, loving, beautiful life where people are loving and kind, but you are experiencing where people are toxic, negative, where people are not treating you, respecting you, valuing you well, then you are experiencing a contrast to the life you desire. So when we experience that contrast, and when you are experiencing that contrast, what divine wants you to know is that the reason these people that are showing up in your life, they are not there because of some mistake, because something is wrong with you, because you are broken. They are there to teach you something. There is no reason for them to be there unless they have a purpose. Because every being that we meet, they are serving a purpose. You choosing to watch this, it is serving you a purpose. There is no coincidence. So the people who are negative, toxic, the events that are contrast to what you desire, the love, the peace, the abundance, the freedom, but you are not experiencing, and these people are showing up in your life, or these events are showing up that are complete opposite to your desire. The reason they are there is for you to learn something, for you to see something that you are not seeing. So what are you not seeing? That is the question you need to ask. And I'm going to answer that for you in a moment. But I want you to question, what are you not seeing? Why those people? Why people who are negative, toxic, who are operating from a negative frequency, why are they in your life? What are they trying to teach you? They are teaching you what you are not seeing. They are teaching you what you are not valuing. They are teaching you what you are not recognizing and realizing and remembering. You are not recognizing, realizing, and remembering who you are. So they are there to show you who you are. They are not there for you to get into that pattern of why this is always happens to me. They are there to show you what you are not seeing. And what you're not seeing is your truth, your soul, who you are, your worth, your value. You are not seeing it. You are not seeing the light in you. And they are showing you, by showing you the contrast, by rejecting you, by abandoning you, by being mean to you, by creating drama in your life, they are trying to show you that what you are not seeing. Because the only reason they are present in your life is because you haven't yet embodied and acknowledged your truth. You haven't yet recognized your own value and your own worth. So these people who are showing in your life, they are reaffirming what you are not seeing. Because as soon as you see it, you recognize it, you value it, you automatically will not associate yourself with them. Automatically. Like nothing is needed. It's not going to be resistance. It will be instant decision, and it will be like your frequency will be moved and automatically those people will disappear. Not a coincidence. It happens every single time because God doesn't make mistakes. Every single time. The only reason people or event that are showing up in your life, they're only showing you what you're not seeing. And when you recognize your worth, your value, these people, these events disappear. So be very aware every time you experience a contrast with people that they are not the right people or they are causing you pain in some ways, you have to ask yourself, what part of me is still hurting? What part of me is still calling in these people? What do I need to see that I'm not seeing? So when you recognize that you are not valuing, because when we value ourselves, we never entertain people who are not valuing us. When we are feeling worthy, when we are feeling abundant, when we're feeling safe, when we're feeling loved, we will never choose somebody who dislike us, who hate us, who cause us pain. We would never choose it. It is impossible to choose someone or something that is against who we are when we recognize it. And if we are not recognizing our own value and worth and who we are, then we will choose people who are going to hurt us. We will choose people who are going to cause us pain. We will choose people who are mean, who are unkind, who are abusive, who are rejecting us, who are abandoning us. We will choose them. So if you are choosing, and I know that might be triggering, and you might say, I'm not choosing them. They are showing up in my life. I'm not trying to choose them. I don't want them, right? You're saying that. But actually, you're choosing them by not choosing yourself. That's why they're showing up. They will not show up if you choose you. If you recognize your worth, if you know that you are worth millions and millions of dollars, and I'm using money because money is how people value something, because through money people value something, that's why I'm choosing money. But actually you are priceless. There's no value, there's no amount that you can put on yourself. But I'm giving you example of money because most people value money. Most things are valued with money. So I will say that if you knew that you are worth millions and billions, would you tolerate bad behaviors? Would you tolerate people who are negative? Would you tolerate somebody who is bringing you down, who is dimming your light, who is not respecting you, who is not valuing you? And I know that answer, that it will be absolutely not. But by you choosing people who are not valuing you, is only because you are not choosing yourself. You are not seeing your own value and worth. And this is why the contrast is showing up. This is why. And what happens, and you will recognize every time you do choose yourself, let's say you say that, oh, I'm going to transform my life. I'm going to start a business. I'm going to leave a soul crushing job, and I'm going to start my business because I feel my calling, and I'm going to do that. As soon as you do that, there will be two things happen. One thing, that you will find that it's a path of least resistance. It will easily happen. The second thing will happen, the contrast will be stronger. The contrast will become stronger. Why that would happen is because you are subconsciously trained to be in a certain way. If we are trained and programmed in a certain way, we will choose that. And the universe, the frequency, energy will elevate towards the contrast, because that was your norm. So that was your norm, that will light up. So maybe you will find it hard in some ways to make money with your business. Maybe you will find that, oh, it's harder. Maybe I should go back to my job because it was safer. So those contrasting experience will happen at the same time. Yes, you're choosing yourself by following your path, your soul calling, but then you're not making money, and there's this opportunity comes in for another job, which is higher paid job. And then you are like, look, there's this opportunity for me. Should I just go and get a job now? Should I go for this job? That is a contrast. And the only reason it happens because it is familiar. And universe and divine will always give you the option for you to go towards familiar, because that's what you are comfortable with. There is an option because you have a free will. You will always find yourself in this testing period when you are shifting, when you are changing. So now there's two places, whether you go for a job or whether you keep moving towards your soul calling. That's a decision you would have to make. And that requires courage. And when you choose your soul instead of this high paying job, what happens? You cut the cord, you cut the contract, the energetic contract, the contract that you made with your past, that will be released. And then you will move towards your path. That's when you start making money. That's when, because you will always find these contrasting experience when you are starting to choose yourself. It doesn't happen when you're completely in embodiment of your higher self. It happens when you are just starting off, when you are taking the leap, when you are saying that, okay, I'm going to sign up for this program. I'm going to really work on my consciousness. I would really work on my healing myself. That's when you get sick. That's when something tragic happens that will stop you from going there. But that only happens for you to really have that conviction and courage to really know, because God really wants to know whether you are serious about this new path, whether you really mean it, whether you really want it, whether you really desire it. So when you are new to choosing yourself, you will find the contrasting experience a lot more. But as you keep choosing yourself, your congruency, your courage, and your embodiment of your truth will become stronger. Then you will the contrast become less and less and less, because then divine knows that you are serious. You know, the energy, the frequency knows, the universe knows that you are committed, you are serious towards your growth. And most people give up as soon as they experience this contrast. God doesn't want you to suffer. So this is why you will have options. You will always have options. So some people, when they see this high paying job, whilst they are going for this business, they might leave the business. They're like, look, oh, I've just got a high paying job. Let me just go there. And the high paying job is just a reflection of you choosing you, actually. You choosing you, because suddenly the money goes up because you chose you. That's just a reflection of you deciding to choose you, right? But if you are really serious and committed and you know your potential is limitless, you will choose the business. When you know your soul calling so strong, you will not go back for the money. You will go back to your soul calling. That's when you actualize. That's when you open the floodgates to abundance, because you see the unseen. You see your truth. You see your value. You see your worth. This is when you quantum leap. This is when you shift your life magically, miraculously, overnight. That's when it happens. That's when you see it, because you will always find yourself in these spaces. And I want you to really know that every time you experience a contrast, it's because you haven't chosen yourself enough. You haven't taken the leap enough. You haven't taken the courage to really choose yourself. And this is why those people who show up who are not right for you, or those friends who caused you pain, or those friends who are manipulative and narcissistic, they are showing up. They are only showing up because some part of you are still not choosing you. And when you start choosing yourself, those people disappear. This is what you need to know. The reason you are finding yourself in these spaces where you are like, oh, should I do this or should I do that? Should I go here? Should I not go there? Should I stay in this relationship? Should I not stay in this relationship? Just trust the process. Trust that I will choose myself. I trust myself, my intuition, and I will move with that truth, because most people get stuck because of the attachment to these events, these situations, these people. I want you to know life is a journey, and it's a temporary journey. We know the end of this journey. There is an end. We are all born with that knowing that there is an end. Nobody has made it alive through this life. Everyone has this end to this life, and we know that. We are fully aware of it. With that knowing, this truth, this is higher truth, this is divine truth, that everyone who is born will experience death, will go through the process of transitioning to your soul self. That will happen. They will leave the world, right? So we know this fact. With that knowing, when we attach ourselves to any being that we meet in this world, we are saying that we are not ready to grow, and we experience contrast, we experience suffering if that person or that being is not right for us and they are causing us pain. And they are only causing us pain because we are not seeing our truth, we are not valuing ourselves, we are not feeling worthy enough. So they are coming up and showing up, and they're showing you that. And then when you decide, no, this is done, I no longer need this and in my life, and you move on, they disappear, right? Because they serve their purpose, they leave and they find somebody else, right? So every single human, they are serving a purpose. Even a narcissistic person is serving a purpose in empath life. They're showing an empath who they are by showing them a contrast, right? Because that's how you become awake, that I do not want to be abused. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to experience this. I don't want a life where I'm not worthy and valued. So they served a purpose by awakening something within you, right? They served a purpose. Now you've learned something. Now you can move on. Now you can heal. Now you can embody your truth more. Now you can go towards your life that is more loved, that is more fulfilled, that is more free. And that is the key when it comes to change, when it comes to transformation, when it comes to you embodying your higher self. So I want you to know every single human is serving a purpose, and there is no coincidence. There's no mistakes that why they are showing up in your life and why things are not going in your way, why you're not manifesting your desired reality, because you are always being shown the path, and you always have a free will to choose. So from today onwards, start choosing yourself. What serves your soul? What serves your being? What is the truth that you would love to have? And if that is fulfillment, freedom, love, abundance, where you are being paid for who you are, where you are living the fulfilled life, then I invite you to apply for my mentoring, where you will quantum leap, where you will heal, where you will transform, where you will activate the frequency of wealth and abundance. When you come to my energy, you open yourself to Divine Academy, that academy that I started for people like yourself who are ready for more, who are ready to walk the path of purpose, who are ready to make millions, who are ready to 10x their income, who are ready to really know their truth, so that they embody their truth, so that they live the life of freedom and fulfillment. If you are ready for it, to be part of Divine Family, to live that life of your freedom and fulfillment, then I would like you to click the link below to apply for my mentoring. Other than that, like this video if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel, and may the light in me reaches the light in you.